Hey, good morning. Cheers. I hope you guys are all doing well today. Let's get into our back, our hips. Let's stretch out, loosen up that body, get your last sip of coffee or tea, whatever you're into. If it's the end of the night, this is a perfect stretching routine right before bed. So we're going to start knee to chest. I'm going to start with my left leg, interlacing my fingers, grabbing right at the top of the shin. So this little flow or routine, perfect to release some back and hip tightness. Even if you're gonna train, actually, this would be fine right before like a heavy lifting kind of day, where you need your hips to be a little mobile, your back to be a little loose. You never want to lift heavy when you're tight in any area on any focused muscle group. So from here, easy. Don't pull so hard on that leg, but we're still on the same side, and then we twist. So I'm bringing that left leg over to my right side and gentle push. The goal isn't trying to get the foot to the floor. The goal is trying to keep your shoulders down, especially that opposite shoulder. You can feel it lift off. Try to keep it down. And you feel this really long stretch from, around the ribs, lower back, erector spinae coming through the hips, the glute, side of the leg. And that's perfect. Let it happen. Do what you can, and then we go to the other side. We start with knee to chest, pulling in nice and tight. And all the stretches that we do today, try to be mindful, go slow, be gentle on your body. And if you feel like it's a little too much, back off. Don't pull so hard. Don't force it so much. You got to ease into stretching. Just like weight training, you got to ease into it. Start light, work your way up. So here we don't pull so hard, right? Back off a little, and then we rotate, twisting, opposite shoulder down. Again, you feel this really big lower back stretch. And just take your time. Hold it, and you should feel it like hip, leg, low back, rector spinae, all of it. Totally fine. You might even get a little chest and shoulder as you extend that arm out to the side. This one can be a little tough to do in bed when if your bed is a little plush and it gives. It can be a little challenging, but you should still be able to get some kind of rotation there. All right, so now, real tough one, the figure four. I'm going to start with my left leg crossing over to my right. My right leg is bent, foot is flat on the floor, it's supporting, propping up my left leg. And so from here, depending on your mobility and how tight you are on that hip and glute area, you might be good just getting started here and trying to push out that leg. Make sure your ankle and foot is off the outside edge of your thigh, hanging over. And if you need to, you can hold at the shin, push out on the inner thigh, and again, be gentle. Some of you may just have to hold and support. That's all you can manage. Some of you might need more, where you actually have to grab and reach behind your leg, grabbing right around the hamstring, top of the hamstring, close to the back of the knee. Your head is down. There's the tension in the arms and hands, and that's the hardest part. But you should feel that left hip, left glute, lower back area, all of it kind of working, stretching, giving you some mobility. Helpful for sciatica. All right, other side. So this is my tight side, so I actually have to start down and then work my way up. This one's a little tough. My right side's always, since my injury, my right hip leg is always tight. And that's all good. That's your body will communicate with you. It'll let you know. So you have to make little mental notes. This stretch on my right side, like it was a challenge. I was struggling, and that's usually your body telling you need more of it. You got to work on it, get better at it. And so this one for me is a tough one, and I do try to work on it, but it's tough. All right, so the more advanced version, grabbing right behind the quad, right at the hamstring, and you should really feel that right hip glute area now. And then from here, we're going to move on to the hamstrings. So we back off Still almost identical grabbing in the sense where the location and the hands interlaced, but now the leg is no longer involved. So here we're going to start with our quadricep, our thigh, femur pointing straight up towards the ceiling, the sky. And then you're going to try to extend that leg. You might start to like kind of really shake in the foot and ankle, or it may be easy and you don't feel much. So either way, you have to adjust. If you want more of a stretch, you bring the leg in more, then you extend out. You should start to shake and feel a big stretch through the hamstring. If you need a little less and you just don't pull on it as much, you might have to separate your fingers and grab the side of the leg. And so you hold it for like 3 to 5 seconds. You kind of try to power through that shaking. If you get there, you might not shake at all, but you feel the stretch. Everyone's different. You're not fully locking out. A little bend in the knee. Hold it for like 3 seconds. Get the stretch. If you do a little dorsiflex and you point your toes and you purposefully try to bring them into your shin, all of a sudden now your calf will really start to feel that stretch, and you should feel like your heel is pushing up and it's higher than the toes. And that's ridiculous for the calf. Oh my God, other side. So now, hammies, right leg for me. And that dorsiflex, is an option. You don't have to do it. It's just a little something that I do for me because I need it on that left leg. So this side is the hamstring is really easy, not so tight. The calf isn't as tight, but I feel it. Do a little dorsiflex, point the heel towards the sky. You get a little calf stretch, and then back off if you want a little hamstring stretch. You should feel a nice little stretch going from the glute towards the back of the knee, and if you're flexing, you'll feel it all the way down to the pretty much the heel. All right, enough of that. Feet together, legs are bent, and then we just get a little inner thigh, inner hips. This one's nice, no effort. You could apply a little pressure if you want, give you a little extra inner thigh stretch, but that's optional. Usually just kind of holding it here for 30 seconds to a minute is nice. Feels pretty good. And you just feel those inner thighs, inner hips loosening up. Some people this might be a struggle. Again, listen to your body, whatever feels good. And then to undo that, at least for me personally, it feels good to do this little rotation where you're dropping, it's like hip rotation. You're dropping the knee in towards the middle, 1 foot at a time, or dropping in towards that foot, one leg at a time. And then we switch. So your feet are wide, legs are bent, and you purposefully have to apply some kind of strength with your inner thighs to drop and go down. So you kind of have to actively push your leg towards the floor. But you should feel like this little gentle stretch through the front part of your hip, side part of your hip and leg, vastus lateralis, TFL, IT band, in that general area, other side. And you're just kind of going back and forth. There's the last one I like to finish with right before I go to sleep. And I'm always trying to do that figure four stretch on the right side. And that's it, Fit Fam. Thanks for getting here. Hopefully you feel a little better in your lower back. Again, perfect in the morning, afternoon, nighttime before bed, or pre-workout on a heavy lifting day. All right, until next time, stay fit.